Here, welcome to my mind and body class here at Christ Church University. Obviously it's the last one before Christmas, so have your socks off. We don't need socks on for this. A couple of new moves today that we might do. Lots to learn today though, so the best thing to do is to really listen rather than watch me. Sometimes when I do it on a different side, like, oh, what side's she doing it on? So it's probably better to really just close your eyes and focus. So we're going to start in our child's pose. So come onto your mat, or if you've got a nice comfy carpet, it's just as good. Have your knees shoulder width apart, your big toes together. Reach your hands away and keep your forehead on the mat. This is our basic child's pose. I just want you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths here. Get ready for the next 30 minutes to all you need to think about is this class. We're going to come up into our horse stance. So you just bring yourself up onto your all fours. And we're going to do a nice cat stretch. So all I want you to do is round your back off. Bring your chin to your chest, and then a nice cow stretch. Curve your spine and bring your tummy as close to the floor as you can. Eye gaze up. Nice deep breath here. Back to your cat stretch. Oh, nice stretch this morning. One more time into our cow stretch. Bottom high, head high, tummy as close to the floor as we can go. We're going to push back into our downward dog. Push back into your downward dog. So try and keep your feet hip width apart and your heels as close to the floor as you can. And I just want you to walk your feet out. So bring your heel up and your heel down. Get a really nice stretch all the way along the back of the leg. Heel up, heel down. We're going to take this into a one-legged dog. Bring your right leg high in the air, but keep your hips facing the floor. Hips facing the floor. Bring that down. Take your left leg high into your one-legged dog all the way up. And down. Now we're going to move. So bring your right leg up into your one-legged dog. And then I want you to bring your shoulders over your wrists, bring your knee to your elbow, and back up. Another time, go again. Take it up. One more time, knee to your elbow. And come back into your downward dog. And walk your feet out. We're going to do it all on the other side. Walk your feet out for now. Take your left leg high in the air to a one-legged dog. Move forwards, shoulders over your wrists, knee to your elbow. And back up. And again, deep breath. And release as you push it all the way up. One more time. Here. And push it all the way up. Back into your downward dog. Walk your feet out. Walk your feet out for me. Come back into our child's pose. Big toes together. Forehead on the mat. You're going to reach away with your right hand. Take it as far forward as you can. Get a nice stretch all the way down the side. Walk your fingers back and stretch all the way to the other side. Bring it back. Up into our horse stance. So we're really getting our blood flowing here. Hopefully we should be getting a little bit warmer. Push back into your downward dog. Walk your feet out.
So this time we're going to do our one-legged dog little routine, but a lot quicker. So right leg up to your knee. Keep it all the way up to your knee. All the way up to your knee. Other side, left leg up to your knee. Left leg up to your knee. One more time. Back into our child's pose. Forehead on the mat. Walk your hands back up to your knees. Curl your toes. Stand up. We're going to start our sun salutations. Stand up all the way up to a nice extended mountain pose. Fingertips squeeze together. Eye gaze up. We're going to go for a little back bend. So squeeze back just a little bit, keeping our tummies in tight. You're going to take your right hand over to your left side to get a nice little side bend. All the way back up, fingertips to the ceiling. And over to the other side. All the way back up. Extend your mountain. Ready for our sun salutations. So, we're going to bring our arms wide into a dive and tip from the hip. Come all the way down, fingertips on the floor, palms on the floor, step back into your plank. Push back into your downward dog. So we're going to do this really slowly to start with. Roll through to your plank. Knees down. Squeeze your elbows in. Really slowly come up for your baby cobra. Eye gaze forward, chest up. I want you to try and get a whole deep breath for each move. Push back into your downward dog. You're going to bring your right foot forward in between your hands. And we are going to stretch into a warrior two. So all I want you to do is turn your back foot out slightly, so it's at a 1/4 angle and that arch is pushed right down. Bring your back arm all the way up. And we should be in our warrior two. So that's why we're doing this really slowly. Come forward. Hands either side of your foot. Bring your back leg in. Rise on up for your mountain pose. So I'm going to do it from the front as well. So, get ready to fold. Arms wide, tip from the hip. Fingertips on the floor. Palms on the floor. Step back into a plank. Push back into your downward dog. Roll through to your plank. Left foot this time comes in between our hands. We take the opposite hand and we rise up into our warrior two. So that back foot, remember, it's out to a 1/4. So we would have started with both our feet facing forward. So we turn that back leg out just a little bit. So it's almost like a 1/4 on the clock or a 1/4 past. Push that back heel in, keeping that front leg bent. Should be bent anyway because we've lunged from there, so it doesn't change. We ready? We're going to do it a little bit quicker. Hands back, either side of your foot. Walk your back leg in, feet together, rise for a high mountain. Fingertips to the ceiling. We ready? We're going to go a little bit quicker this time. Fold, dive, tip from the hip, fingertips on the floor, head hang low, palms, step back into a plank. Push back into your downward dog. Roll through to your plank. So we lift our bottom up. We bring our knees down. We squeeze our elbows in. And we come up for our baby cobra. Push back into your downward dog. Right foot comes forward. Back leg out a little bit. Rise on up. We're in our warrior two. Hands forward, either side of our foot. Walk your back leg in. Rise on up. Get ready to fold. Nice dive, wide. Fingertips on the floor, palms on the floor. Step back into our plank. Push back into our downward dog. Roll through. Knees down, squeeze. Come up for your baby cobra. Push back into your downward dog. Left foot comes in between your hands. Back leg out a little bit. Turn that foot out. Rise on up. Nice. Hands back to the either side of your foot. Bring your foot in. 2 more times, and we're just going to go with the flow. Rise on up. Fold. Step back into your plank. Back into your downward dog. Roll through to your plank. Knees down, elbows squeezed. You can push yourself up for your up dog here. Push back into your downward dog. Right foot comes in between your hands. Back foot out. Rise on up into our warrior two. Hands either side. Push back into your downward dog. Feet together, sorry. Rise on up. Thinking about the next move. And again, dive. Step back into your plank. Push back into your downward dog. Roll through to your plank. Knees down. Squeeze your elbows in. Push up. Push back into your downward dog. Left foot comes in between your hands. Back foot goes out. Rise on up. Feet together. Rise on up for our mountain pose. Awesome. Sun salutations. We should be feeling a lot more warmer now. We're going to take it into our extended warrior one. So the warrior one, hopefully we'll remember. I've done this with me before. Let's start with our right foot forward and our knees always bent. Any warrior, bent front knee. This back leg, we have our foot facing more to a 5-2 or a 5 past, and we twist our torso to face that front knee. So nice wide stance, heels in line. Bring your arms all the way up, either side of your ears. There's your basic warrior one from the side. There we go. Marvelous. We are going to reach forward and extend our warrior one. If you want to lift your heel up, and we want to create a nice straight line from our fingertips all the way to our back heel. Hold it. Awesome. Switch into our warrior two. So we turn that back leg out just a little bit. We face the other side, keeping our front leg bent. And we are going to extend our warrior two. So shift your weight to the front leg, elbow on your knee, reach your arm high. So again, our fingertips create a nice straight line all the way to our back heel. And if you want a little bit of extra work, take that arm that's resting on your knee and grab your wrist and stretch even further away. Hold it. Come on up into our sun warrior, keeping our front leg bent. All we do is we turn our palm to face the ceiling and we bring it over. We push into that front leg a little bit more. Here's our sun warrior. Lift your heel up if you've got the strength. Oh, straighten up your legs. We're going to do it all on the other side. So now your left leg is your front leg. I can never ever get the right angle with my mat for you guys to see everything. So left foot is front foot now. I don't want to be facing the back. So we're going to come into our warrior one. So remember, our foot, heels in line, front leg bent, nice wide stance. Let's go a bit wider. Foot off to a 5-2, 5 pass, whichever way you're facing. Torso, twist it to the front, arms up high. There is our basic warrior one. We're going to get ready to extend it. So all we do is we shift our weight forward, keeping our arms nice and high. And we want to try and get a nice straight line that goes all the way down to our heel. Coming up into our warrior two. So all we do is we turn to face the side. We turn our foot out just a little bit. We shift our weight, elbow onto our knee. Reach your arm away, nice and straight. Fingertips and heel in line. For that little bit of extra, grab your wrist and really stretch it away. Heel up maybe. It's your option. Get ready for our sun warrior. Arm back, palm up, and lift it right over your head. Come on up. Nice straight legs. Oh, fabulous. Right. We're going to do some nice twists. So, first of all, we're going to do a lunge twist. So, I want you to come to a kneeling lunge. Right leg forward. So, we want to create a nice 90-90. Knees in line with the ankles. So, not over, just in line. There's our nice kneeling lunge. So you're going to have your right foot in front. You're going to take your left elbow onto your right knee. So we're looking at that bum cheek. Hands to your heart center. So you're going to have to lift your chest to face the side. And I want you to open out your heart here. Just take your arms nice and wide. If you want a little bit extra, curl your toes. Lift your knee up. There's your little bit of extra, but really make it slow so you don't wobble all over the place, or keep your knee down. We're going to come back into a hamstring stretch. So all I want you to do, hands either side of that foot, and sit back onto your bottom. So all we've done is shifted our weight back from the front, and you should feel a nice stretch underneath the back of your leg. Deep breath here. Come forward. Back into our lunge. Elbow onto our knee. Hands to our heart center. Curl your toes. Lift it up straight away. Open it out. Nice. Come on down. One more hamstring stretch. Sit back. See if we can sit back even further. Even further. Awesome. We're going to do it all on the other side. All on the other side. So your left foot comes forward now. Making sure our knee is over our ankle. 90-90. My balance is all over the place today. Take your opposite elbow onto your knee. Hands to your heart center. Open it out. Remember your option. Curl your toes. Lift your knee up really slowly. Come on down. Deep breath in and sit down. Every time you breathe out, sit down a little bit closer to that bottom. Come forward. Come forward. Straight away, elbow onto your knee. Open out your heart center. Straight up. Stay here. Deep breath in. One more hamstring stretch. Hands either side of your foot. Sit right back onto your bottom. As close to the floor as you can go. Oh, there we go. Feels nice. Awesome. All I want you to do is bring your back leg in. So you've got a couple of options here. All we've done is we've brought our back leg in and we've got our leg right over our knee. Okay? Right and left, whichever one's comfortable for you to do first. If that's not comfortable, come into our modified half lotus. So just sit with your crossed legs. If you can, foot right over your knee. This will all depend on your flexibility with your hips. And we're not all flexible. All I want you to do is hug your knee. Hug your knee. So bring your knee into your chest. If we're doing our modified half lotus, I want you to just take your hand and twist yourself round to the side. Yeah? All we want to feel is a nice twist in our sides, our obliques. Take your back hand all the way behind you, lift your chest up, and try and lever yourself round to the back a little bit more. So take your eye gaze all the way round. So we're hugging our knees. If we're doing it the other way, it's fine. We're doing the pregnancy option. But if you are pregnant, do it the other way. But if you're not, try and hug your knee into your chest. Switch it over. Switch it over. So you might be able to get your knee right over this one. Again, it's all depends on your flexibility. Hug your knee into your chest. Hug your knee into your chest. Remember your option with your modified half lotus. Hug your knee and take your chest all the way around the back. If we're here, hug it in. Hug it in. Take your back hand round. Lift your chest up with a deep breath in. And lever yourself round with a big exhalation. A little bit more for levering round. Oh, you should feel that in your glutes. That feels quite nice. Deep breath here. Awesome. We're going to open out our legs into a nice wide stick pose. Toes to the ceiling. Wicked. I want you to take your right hand to your right foot. So I don't want you to lean forward. I want you to keep up nice and high and reach to the side. So take it as far as you can. So we still want to stretch this. We're not twisting it anymore, but we're stretching. Take your opposite arm and draw it all the way up to the ceiling. So we're opening out, keeping our chest facing forwards. It's not down. Bring your eye gaze up to the ceiling. That's always going to help open your chest a little bit more. Open it out. See if we can reach further away to that foot to the side. You might even be here. If you are, that's just what your body's telling you can do this morning. If not, can we get a little bit closer? Hang our head, eye gaze up. Nice. Come on up, we're going to do it on the other side. So take your left hand and reach it as far away as you can, keeping your chest facing forward. Draw your arm up, all the way up to the ceiling, eye gaze up, and lean to the side a little bit more if we can. Feel a really nice stretch all along the side. If you're here, that's where you're taken today. Deep breath in. Lift up. Take your arms all the way up to the ceiling. So your fingertips facing the ceiling, keeping our toes facing up, keeping those hamstrings nice and tight. And I want you to lean forward. So fall forward. Let your head is one of the heaviest parts of your body. Let it hang down and try and stretch your arms away a little bit more. If your knees come in a little bit, that's all right. If you can, try and straighten them back up. But we want to try and get a really nice stretch along the back. Within those adductors, hamstrings. Walk your hands in. Draw yourself up. One more time. Hang everything heavy. Lift your arms up. Tip from the hip. Lift it heavy. Reach forward. Amazing. We're going to try that on our feet as well. So we're going to do a nice wide leg stick pose, standing up. So take your feet facing forward. Nice wide stance. We're going to tip from the hip hands on the floor. If you can take your legs really wide, elbows on the floor. That is your option. Looking good. So we're tipping from the hip. If you've got your fingertips on the floor, because that's as far as it will go, it's fine. Try and get your elbows down if you can. You might need to take your legs out wider. If the stability's not there, don't do it. I want you to bring yourself up onto your palms and walk your hands over to the right. Walk your hands over to the right. Look at that right foot. Oh, feel this stretch in the thigh. That feels nice. Walk it back to the center. Reach over to your left. Look at your left foot. There it is. Lovely. Oh, feel the stretches. Walk your hands back. And I just want you to come into a nice wide child's pose. Nice wide child's pose. So our knees are really outside of our shoulders. Hands away. I want you to close your eyes and just take a really nice deep breath here. Close your eyes. For just a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, we are literally going to stop thinking about anything apart from here. So get into a nice, comfortable child's pose. If that means that your knees are in a little bit further, our arms are a little bit looser, we're just resting our head on the mat. Close your eyes. And don't think about anything else right now. Bring yourself up, cross your legs, nice seated position. So those couple of minutes of silence that we just had, I want you to try and remember to do those over Christmas. Don't feel guilty if you've got loads going on. Literally just take 2 minutes, close your eyes, sit any way you like. If that's on a chair, just close your eyes and don't think about anything else. Yeah, Christmas is always really, really stressful. So we just need to remember to take our time for ourselves. Don't feel guilty about it. Bring your hands to your heart center. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and New Year. Namaste.